Hey, hello and good morning, everybody. It's Captain T from the pointy end of the Screaming Eagle with my buddy Monaco Lopez, the resident wrench for Pilot to Pilot. Southern Michigan Aviation is the place to go. Monaco is the do-it-all guy. We're on our way to look at a barn find, actually a hangar find. Something I found hiding in the corner of a hangar that's been neglected, and I happened to meet the owner. So we're going to take a look at it and see if it's worth making a project out of. Come on along and be my co-pilot. We're going to have a fabulous time.
Sometimes you find something that you might be interested in. And so it is in my case. Captain T, snooping around the airport, has found something he might be interested in. I think the price is about right. And we will find out this week as we have the resident wrench come and take a look and decide if the engine is worth anything or if the airplane is worth anything, if the workmanship was okay. So this could be a fun toy for old Captain T. I've been wanting to get back on the grass.
Clear prop. Clear prop. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
That'd be enough.
Good.
Should be enough to get it going.
I got no primer. I smell gas.
All dried out,
That's
huh?
not good. You want to hit this cigarette?
Bring a torch. There, I'm getting some fuel. There you go. There's 2 good shots. Clear the prop.
Clear.
Hang on.
What was that? There we go.
Works better if we would have not put those wires on backwards.
Right? Do you have to flip a switch for that ignition?
It's on. Hey, good evening. It's Captain T from the Skunk Works. We had a wonderful day working on the project airplane, Murph. Still think it's a great project opportunity. We know a few things about it now that we didn't know before. What we know is that the number 2 cylinder has a leaky intake valve. We're not sure why. My thinking would be that a piece of debris is stuck on the seat. That airplane is run very, very rich. The plugs were completely fouled. Pistons and valves with the bore scope show evidence of really running rich over a long period of time. Why that is, we don't know. Could be operator error. We also know the plasma ignition doesn't appear to work on the right side. We're not sure if it's not getting enough juice, terminals are corroded, system doesn't work. Any one of many items there. So we're talking about some money there. We know that the cowling, for me anyway, needs to be replaced. It's been cobbled up by the owner. He had delusions of grandeur. And so he altered the cowling, and that's fine, except he didn't do a very good job, and I don't want what he started, so that would have to go away. Also, the mounting, bracing, and brackets and so forth built under the cowling for his wannabe canard system all have to come off and go away. We don't need all that. So we know all of that stuff so far. We know that the airplane has set for, take your pick, 5, 7, 9, or 12 years. I'm inclined to believe closer to 9 or 12. We know it started and it ran on the left mag once we got the plugs cleaned and put back in. We know the electronic engine monitor doesn't appear to work properly. It seems to be intermittent. We also know that when I was getting a reading from it, the oil pressure PSI was around 95. It was a warm day. Shouldn't have been 95. It ran for a long time, really. Should have come down even if it started at 95. It didn't. When we got into the oil filter, we found that what we believe is a mismanufactured oil filter. There was a gasket inside the oil filter on the top of the oil filter plugging the return holes in the oil filter. No way that this airplane could have had oil circulating through the filter. It was going through the bypass. So therefore the filter medium tells us nothing. There was no oil flow through it, so it wouldn't catch any debris. Also, the airplane had been stored with storage oil in it and hadn't been run. So that oil's never circulated. So we don't know what's going on there. Another big question mark. A lot of terminals and contacts corroded or rusted, which indicates to me maybe we're going to play the electrical chase and find game for a while. That's okay. It's a project airplane. If you're getting it right, you're getting it right. No battery. Going to have to replace the battery. Odyssey battery, you know, $150 or so. Landing gear is good. Tubes and tires are old, been sitting. Probably going to need at least tubes, maybe more. Don't know. Airplane was on floats. A lot of holdover from the float connections, the end struts, the water rudders, saddle mount. All of that stuff's coming out if I own it. So in the end, based on what we had to work with, I made an offer to the owner and asked him if he would take less than we had talked about prior to the inspection. And I got to admit, his response took me by surprise because I figured he would say yes or no. What he said was, I think I'm going to keep it and just put it back in the air. Now, that may be, but I doubt it. Knowing the seller a little bit, knowing its location, knowing the time of year it is here in Michigan, it's starting to get cold already. That airplane won't get touched all winter long. So it's still a possibility. But as of right now, this is not a sale. Sometimes you need to know when to walk away. And that would seem to be the case with Murphy. It's my opportunity to walk away. I think had I come back to full asking price, he probably would have felt like he couldn't back up and he would have tumbled for the airplane. But knowing what I know about it now and the amount of work I'm going to have to put into it, which I still think it'd make a fine airplane, but the amount of work I'd have to put into it, I just don't see the return on his full asking. So we move on, the search continues. Sometimes you just gotta walk away, and that was a lesson learned because he now knows everything we found wrong with the airplane, so he's gonna keep it and fix it. I paid for the inspection, he gets the benefit. C'est la vie. For now, it's Captain T, Pilot to Pilot Network. If you haven't subscribed, we wish you would. Just hit that big red subscribe button for us and let us know you're paying attention. Send us your comments. You got any input on a Murph? Let me know. I'd love to know more about the airplane. I know a great deal about it now, but I'd like to know even more. And have yourself a grand week. Check us out more often. For now, Captain T from the Skunk Works. So long.